Under Trump, ICE has been emboldened to violate human rights and human dignity, and we need to talk about it. I'm Eliza Orlins, career public defender for 15 years in Manhattan, and I need you to understand just how far ICE is going. You may have seen the headlines this past week that 3 U.S. citizen children, including a 4-year-old battling stage 4 metastatic cancer, were deported to Honduras. But I need to be extremely clear. U.S. citizens cannot be deported. Deportation, by definition, is the removal of a non-citizen from that country. Thereby, a U.S. citizen cannot be deported from their own country. What ICE did to these children was not deportation. It was kidnapping, it was forced exile, it was a human rights violation. The Trump administration is now defending this, saying that they just put the children on the flight with their mothers who were undocumented. However, these families were detained incommunicado. Their lawyers were not able to speak with them. One of the mothers got on the phone for less than a minute. It cut off, and then they did not allow her to have contact with her lawyer. ICE promised legal calls and then reversed course and scheduled deportation flights for 6 a.m. before any court could intervene. A habeas petition and an emergency restraining order had been filed, and yet ICE took action to make sure that this would happen before those were even ruled on. It wasn't just a 2-year-old, but a 4-year-old with metastatic cancer who had no access to their medication or their doctors. And these actions were not just illegal, unconstitutional, but they were also immoral. The speed, brutality, and clandestine manner in which these kids were deported is abominable. And this was all done without legal process. They disappeared those families before any court could intervene. And that wasn't an isolated incident, because just this week in Oklahoma City, ICE raided a U.S. citizen woman's home and forced her and her 3 daughters out in the rain in their underwear while they stole their entire life savings. This is a pattern of abuse, and we should all be outraged and raising our voices about this. Because if they can do this to toddlers with cancer, to U.S. citizens in their homes, they can do this to anyone. We cannot let them spin it. We cannot let them lie about it. We cannot let them sweep this under the rug. We have to speak up, speak out, and fight back. Please make sure you're following me here and on all platforms for more, because I'm not going to stay quiet, and I hope you won't either.